Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Tokyo Tropic Turtles Draft Glory franchise mode here in MLB The Show 24. So, in last episode, we had our best season yet in terms of regular season, as we were the top team in the entire MLB, which is pretty damn insane, with 99 wins. As doing so, we got ourselves a bypass to the ALDS, where we're going to be taking on the New York Yankees, which is kind of a surprise because Houston was a team that was leading our division for most of the season. They also had a little bit of a rough stretch, I guess, near the end of the season, which meant they fell off. We took the top spot in the division, and then they ended up losing in the wild card to the Yankees, which is kind of a huge surprise because obviously they won the World Series last season. So we're going to be taking on a lesser opponent in the ALDS, and I think we have a realistic shot of making the ALCS because of that. However, obviously the game could have different opinions. Obviously, it really just depends on how good our offense does, because our offense, it was good near the end of the season. However, I would say it's still kind of a mixed bag on our offense. However, our pitching was absolutely phenomenal during the regular season. We had everybody on that pitching rotation doing a lot of good work. Parker Romero won the Cy Young for the first time, which was amazing to see. Stan Nguyen had a lot of really good games. Walter Jung was one of the guys that walked a few people in the league. Vincent Tan was one of the best guys in terms of complete games. And Kazuhito Hayashi was the Rookie of the Year that also almost won a Cy Young. So every single one of our starters did their job, which is amazing. We also had some good stats from our bullpen, which was awesome too. So very excited to see what these guys could do in playoff baseball. Hopefully they can maintain their stats. Like I said, the only thing I'm kind of worried about is our batting, because obviously in the past our batting has kind of struggled at times. It was good near the end of the season, and we ended up finishing with like a team batting average of around 260, I think it was. So I'm just hoping for at least some good playoff hitting, because if not, then we're going to have to rely heavily on our pitchers and for like just one strike of the bat to get us a win. So hopefully we have a good series against the Yankees. I'll show you guys what they look like again, just in case you forgot. Once again, this is a pre-recorded episode, and next episode, mind you, if that's the ALCS or the off season, will also be pre-recorded, as these episodes will be going up when I'm in BC. So anyways, let me show you guys what the Yankees look like again, just in case you do not remember. They have a pretty good pitching rotation, that's one thing, but they do not have really the bullpen that we do, I feel like, so I think that's where we have a little bit of an upper hand. Also, in terms of batting, I think we might have an upper hand, but obviously that's more an overall rating, not necessarily an individual contact hitting attributes. So you can see their ace is Michael Oliva, who apparently had a pretty good game in the wild card series. You also have Cade Horton, Fernando Avalos, Jackson Jobe, and Chase Dollinger. And then their bullpen has some good players like Mackenzie Gore, for instance. But Landon Sims was very terrible for them in that wild card series. So hopefully he's that type of guy that can blow games for them when we have the chance. I would say Suarez also wasn't very good. So you can see some of their bullpen players are pretty low in terms of overall. They do have a solid closer in Vega, though. So obviously, if we want to take advantage of them, we got to take advantage of their like mid relievers if possible to win games. They don't really have that much bullpen players compared to us too. Like, I think we have a lot more players in our bullpen, so I think that's going to give us a little bit more of an upper hand in terms of like going long into games. Now, in terms of their actual batting order, this is an interesting one. They do not, like I said, have the best batting in the world, but they did manage to get a win against Houston, so honestly, they can beat any opponent at this point. But you can see they have a 77 in Zambrano. They have Perdomo, who's a 75. Like, these guys have good contact hitting, but they're lower overalls. You also have a very good player in Evan Carter. I remember, I think it was when this guy was drafted. He's a 98 overall now at 32, and he used to play for Texas way back in the day. Actually, he must be a real player he must be a real player if he played in 2023. So that's maybe why I recognize who he is. But he's had a long career, a lot of 20 home run seasons, and he's not the biggest power guy in the world. Like, he's not going to hit 40 plus home runs, but he's still a very good contact hitter, and we got to watch out, especially against our right-handed pitchers. So yeah, there is Evan Carter. Then they also have Francisco Alvarez, who's a good overall 90 at, what age is he? 33 now at this point. And then they have some other lower end talent in terms of overalls. MJ Melendez does have good contact hitting, though, as a 79. Michael Toglia is there as a 74. He's dropped off quite a bit because he's already 36 at this point. Brady House is an 83. Willie Castro is a 77. And Steve Clemente, who is a rookie, as a 78. So they do have a good amount of good contact hitters, but like I said, their lineup is just not as strong as ours in terms of overall rating. They do have some good bench bats, though, too, like York and, how do you pronounce that last name? Antunes, I guess. Romero, Miley, and Driver. So will be interesting to see what we end up doing against them. I really hope that we could win this series, because if we could win this series, then maybe we have a chance to go to a World Series this year. But there's a lot of tougher opponents in the playoffs still. As you can see also, Toronto's in the playoffs. They're a good team. The Angels are a good team as well. They have been kind of coming up out of nowhere in the last little bit of the season, so going to be tough if they end up going far. And then on the other side of things, you got Arizona, who are one of the best teams in the league, if I'm not mistaken. They did win a wild card series. You also have the Cubs, you have Washington, and Milwaukee. So it's an interesting playoff run this year ahead. Let's get into this series and see what we could do. We're going to do a quick manage in the playoffs. That's basically how I do things, is we're going to do a quick manage. And then if it's like, say, tied in or we're tied going into a certain specific thing where we could take the lead late and win the game, maybe we'll intervene and watch the AI, but for the most part, it'll be quick managing unless there's like a big moment coming up, like where we have a chance to win the series. So let's hop on in. I do have my face all the way down here for these playoff games, or also it would be kind of in the way of some of the simulation stuff, so I want you guys to be able to see all that. So there is that, and let's go play game. And yes, we'll go quick manage on this. And we will probably be starting Parker, obviously, for Game 1, considering he just won the Cy Young. For Game 2, we could always go to Hayashi for Game 2, but I think it's kind of better to keep him lower in the order, in a sense. Like, maybe I should have reorganized this, actually, to put Tan at number 3 and Hayashi at 4 or something like that. Or, actually, not Tan at 3. Maybe Jung number 5. Yeah, I think I might move Jung to 5, but at the same time, I want Hayashi, like, rested, and he could come in a big Game 5 situation, so maybe we keep him in the 5th spot for now. But yeah, Parker's definitely starting, and this is going to be our lineup for Game number 1. Yamazaki, Yokoyama, Sato, Lee, Sasaki, Nomo, Seo, and Oka, with Choi, Yabu, Takahashi, and Taguchi on the bench. Okay. I don't really like our bench bats as much, but I do obviously like our main rosters. So hopefully we have some good at-bats in this first game. Let's get into it and see what we could do here. So we're just going to go pitch until if there's somebody that gets on base, maybe we'll do obviously pick them off and all that type of thing. But let's get into this and try and get through these first few innings as fast as possible, in a sense. Ground out, fly out, and ground out. So we're already up to bat. I wonder who the first person in Tokyo Tropic Turtles history to hit a playoff hit will be. Yamazaki, singles. He is the first one, so we get 1 for 1 on base. That's a great way to start off in terms of the offense. Yokoyama strikes out. Kevin Sato, who is usually one of our most consistent players, walks. We got 2 men on base already with 1 out only. There's a chance for Tom Lee to bring in the first run of the game. Who will be the first one to drive in an RBI? Tom Lee swings. He strikes out. That's not great. Theodore Lee, can he bring in Yamazaki? No, he cannot. And unfortunately, we leave 2 stranded on base, and 1 was in scoring position. That kind of sucks. All right, Iwamura, ground out, and fly out. Iwamura is off to a great start in the first 2 innings. Love to see it. Hopefully, he maintains that. The good thing is with a lot of our pitchers, I'm pretty sure a good chunk of them have good stamina, so they should be able to go to at least like inning 7 in a lot of these games. David Sasaki up to bat, flies out. Charles Nomo flies out, and Vincent Seo strikes out. That's not great. Not as good of an inning for us right there. Brady House strikeout. Castro grounds out. Clemente flies out. Iwamura's off to a very good start through 3 innings. He's definitely going to be well rested going late into this game at this point, unless he starts walking people and all that. Stanley Oka, his first at-bat of the playoffs, he flies out. Yamazaki back up to bat. He has the only hit so far in the game for us. Will he get another? No, he will not. Yokoyama up to bat. He flies out. Yeah, our offense is off to a little bit of a slow start as well, but at least we're managing to hold the Yankees to nothing as well. So, like I said, our pitching is important, but we need to get our offense going as well if we can. Zambrano flies out. Perdomo singles. There's their first hit of the game. We'll try and pick him off at first. Evan Carter, double play. Perfect play by Parker Iwamura to get that double play ball. Love to see it. Okay, so going into the bottom of the 4th, still 0-0. Kevin Sato flies out. Tom Lee up to bat for the second time. He flies out. And Theodore Lee back at bat again. He also flies out. So another 1-2-3 inning. We definitely need to find a way to get some more guys on base in this game if we can. Or else this game could go on for a long time. You never know if it goes past 9 innings. Francisco Alvarez for them grounds out. MJ Melendez strikes out. And Toglia singles. So there's their second hit of the game. Second in as many innings as well. Let's try and pick him off. He's safe. Brady House grounds out. Nice. So we've only given up 2 hits through 5 innings. That's pretty impressive. But obviously we only have 1 hit of our own. So we need to get back on base here, boys. Or else I might have to put in a pinch hitter like Takahashi or something. So David Sasaki up to bat. He triples. A huge hit from David Sasaki. Love to see it. He did just recently come back from injury. And he's in scoring position. Should we go for the sac fly with Charles Nomo? We probably don't need to. We could probably just swing with Nomo because he's got the power game. I think we should be fine here. Yep, there's a sac fly. Nice. He manages to just do it anyways. And we have gotten our first run of the game. So Nomo's with the first RBI in team history, bringing in Mr. Sasaki. Love to see it. Vincent Seo up to bat now. He triples as well. We have back-to-back triples. Well, not back-to-back triples. 2 triples in our last 3 hits. A nice little run there from Seo. Oka looking to drive him in. He should be able to. I could go for the sac fly, but I'm going to swing as well, I think. And he brings him in and gets a double. Let's go, Oka. Let's go. 2-0 game. This is a good start for the offense now, as we're starting to heat up halfway through the game. Love to see it. Now, Yamazaki has Oka in scoring position. He already has 1 hit. Can he hit him in? No, he cannot. Yokoyama, who's been one of our best contact hitters in the regular season, batting over 300 this year. Can he bring in Oka? No, he cannot. And we're up 2-0 after 5 innings. Good start. Good start, guys. Now we just need Iwamura to play like he normally does as much as possible. Pop up. Clemente walks. Let's try and pick him off because he's got great stealing. Zambrano, fielder's choice. Okay. And Perdomo strikes out. Nicely done. We're off to a good start through 6 innings. Good defense, and our offense has been able to score. It hasn't been a lot, obviously, but it's better than nothing. Kevin Sato flies out. Tom Lee walks. Nice. He could probably steal. Oliva is getting a little tired, so let's try and steal. And stolen base by Tom Lee. Can Theodore Lee bring him in? No, he gets walked as well. We got 2 men on base. Tom Lee and Mr. Theodore Lee. Can David Sasaki do something? He already had a triple at his last at-bat. Can he do something again? He singles. We have bases loaded here in the 6th inning, and it's the guy you want at bat, Charles Nomo. If he could get a home run here, that would be electric. Come on, Charles. You got this. You're our power guy. You just got to swing for the fences here. Even if you swing for the fence and hit the fence and don't get over it and get a home run, you could drive in still a bunch of runs. So just swing for this, Charles. Swing for it. Charles Nomo swings, and he hits in all 2. Actually, he hits in 2 runs. I guess somebody else got tagged out running home or something, right? Yeah, because it would have been the 2 leads that probably scored. Like maybe Sasaki got tagged out trying to get home. I don't know exactly, but still 4-0 lead. Big hit there from Nomo to kind of break open this game a little bit more. Vincent Seo has a triple in this game. Can he do good? And there's a pitching change over to Mackenzie Gore. So their starter is out. In comes a reliever. And it's their best reliever, I think, in terms of overall rating at least. Can Seo get another hit? He grounds out. Okay, that's fine. We still have Parker in for a little bit longer. He still has a lot of energy, so there's a chance Parker could go all 9 innings potentially in this one if he keeps it up. And he draws a single there. Let's try and pick off the guy at first. Toglia grounds out. Nicely done. Stanley Oka obviously had an RBI in this game. He hit a double before this. And he singles here too. We could try and steal, but this guy's fully energized. I don't even know if that really matters, to be honest. But let's try and steal with Oka. And he gets caught. Damn it. Yamazaki, he walks. Damn, I should have probably just waited because we would have had 2 guys on base at this point. Yokoyama up to bat. He walks as well. See, we would have literally had bases loaded again. Kevin Sato with 2 guys on base, looking to break this game wide open even more than it currently is. Can he drive in some runs? He walks as well. Bases are loaded. So we should have probably not tried to steal on that one because we would have driven in another run. But Tom Lee has a chance to drive in some runs. With only 1 out, he just got to swing for the fence again as well, and he could drive in more runs. So Tom Lee swings, and he strikes out. That's a pretty big strikeout. But Theodore Lee is up to bat, so can Theodore Lee do what he did during the regular season? He was great in terms of batting average as well, like a 272, I think, if I remember right. Can he drive in a run? He does drive in one, and we still have bases loaded. Nice. 5-0 game. We got 7 hits. I'm liking the way our offense and our pitching is playing in this one. David Sasaki up to bat. He's been really good in this game so far. 2 for 3. Can he drive in any more runs? No, he strikes out. That's okay. We'll keep Parker in for a little bit longer. He honestly could just go for the entire game at this point. If he starts getting into trouble, obviously we'll take him out. But he is still dealing. He does walk that guy or give him a single. We'll try and pick him off. Zambrano flies out. Nicely done. Nicely done. We're going into the bottom of the 8th. I think I'm going to play Parker all the way till the end of the game at this point. Nomo walks. Nicely done, Nomo. Good patience. Vincent Co. Double play. That's unfortunate. Stanley Oka grounds out. And now we are going into the final inning potentially. If Parker could shut it down, he'll get a complete game shutout with only 4 hits allowed. First one, he allows a hit. Okay, of course. So 5th hit. Fly out there. Nicely done. Might as well give Parker the opportunity to keep it going here. Let's try and pick off first again. Nicely done. It comes down to the last at-bat, potentially. MJ Melendez. And he flies out. Parker Iwamura. A complete game shutout. We win 5-0 in Game 1 of the ALDS. Let's go, Parker. 9 innings, only given up 5 hits. That's not too bad. 6 strikeouts. And a solid whip. He only walked a couple people too, I think, in that one. So, huge win for us in game number 1. And, of course, Parker is the player of the game. Let's go. That's a good way to start off our playoff success. Let's go. We got to win just 2 more games because it's a best of 5. Hopefully, we could do that quite easily. Like, we just need our offense to do what it just did in that first game. And we need our pitching to just continue to do what it's been doing the entire season. I am going to move Jung to, I think, actually, no, I don't know if I want to move Jung to the 5th spot, because I feel like Kazuhito Hayashi starting, like, a series or being, like, the guy to eliminate somebody in Game 5 would make a lot of sense, so we're going to wait on Kaz a little bit longer. I might, actually, I feel like I should probably move Jung down at this point. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. I should move him at least to the 4 spot. Yeah, I'll move him at least to the 4 spot for now. But there's a chance he could fall to the 5 spot at some point. Okay, anyways, we didn't have to go to any relievers so far in this series, which is awesome. Let's get to game number 2 and see if we could take a 2-0 series lead. It was a great first game, but obviously now we need to win still another 2 more games. Stan Nguyen will get the start in game number 2, as we're still on home field, so that's great. Let's go quick manage. Doot, and boom. All right, so which pitcher are we taking on others, did it say? Oh, yeah, I think it was. Oh, yeah, Cade Horton, the 88 overall guy. So they have 2 88s. So, yeah, Stan will start the game. And hopefully Stan can get the job done. I'm interested to see how Stan does. Because obviously he's one of our better, other better pitchers that wasn't up there for the Cy Young this year. So hopefully he has a good run here. First pitch, strikeout. Second one, fly out. And third one, strikeout. Good start. Good start. We're not giving up anything so far. Yamazaki up the bat. He had 1 hit in the last game, and that was his first at-bat, I believe. He doubles to start the game. Peter Yamazaki off to a great start in these playoffs, I think. In terms of just getting like hits early on, I like it. Yokoyama could already have a chance to drive him in. Can he drive him in? No, he walks, though. We do have 2 men on base. Kevin Sato, obviously a great guy that in terms of contact hitting. Can he drive in the first run of the game? Yes, he does, and Yokoyama's now on 3rd. It's already 1-0 for Tokyo. Great start in the series. Maybe the New York Yankees are a little bit jet-lagged, having to fly all the way to Tokyo or something like that, because we are off to a really good start in terms of not allowing them to get anything and then also getting some offense going. Tom Lee up to bat. He could potentially make this a 2-0 game if he could bring in Yoko. Can he do it? Yes, he can, and Sato is now on 3rd, too. We're off to a good start against Cade Horton. We just got to be able to do this against every single pitcher we face if we want to win the series for sure. Theodore Lee looking to drive in Kevin Sato. Can he do that? Yes, he can. And we have both Lees on 1st and 2nd. Cade Horton might get chased early in this game because he's already given up 4 hits in the first inning. Now, what I'm a little bit skeptical about is in prior games, when I think I played the MLB The Show last year, I remember scoring a lot in the first inning, but then afterwards you end up blowing the game later on. So I'm hoping that is not the case with this team, but that honestly could happen. Sasaki up to bat. He's been good so far. He drives in another run. It's 4-0. Yeah, I would be taking Cade Horton out now if I was the Yankees. However, he does have a lot of energy, obviously, but yeah, maybe they just don't trust their bullpen enough to be able to get them out of the rest of the game. Nomo strikes out. That was our first out of the game. That's pretty insane considering we've already gone through our entire lineup almost. Vincentio walks. We have bases loaded with only one out for Stanley Oka. Can Oka bring in a grand slam in the first inning? No, he cannot. He gets a sac fly, though, which is nice. It's a 5-0 game. And Yamazaki up to bat for the second time in this first inning. And it's a pitching change already to Mackenzie Gore. Wow. So their starter has been chased really quickly. And now Mackenzie Gore, who has a lot of energy, but he did play the last game, is going to have to come in here in game 2 again. Yamazaki strikes out, and we head to the second inning. Jack Driver, who didn't play game 1, I'm pretty sure he was a bench bat, and he's only in against left-handed pitchers or something like that. He's up against Stan Nguyen, and he walks in his first at-bat, okay? Oh, no. I didn't want to go pitch to contact. I went picked off and stuff. God damn it. At least we got the one out. Wilfredo Antunes, another guy that I believe was on their bench. Fly out. And Brady House. Ground out. Nice. Good little response there. Yokoyama pops up. Kevin Sato singles. Kevin Sato's got fantastic stealing. Can he steal? Yes, he can. Tom Lee up to bat. Strikes out. Theodore Lee walks. We got 2 guys on base again. And once again, it's David Sasaki, who's been elite so far here in the playoffs. Can he bring in another run? No, he cannot. All right. I don't know if Stan's going to be able to go the full game. His energy is not as good as Parker's, I feel like, based on what I'm looking at. But, oh well. MJ Melendez line out. Michael Toglia strikes out, and Zambrano doubles. Yikes, that's not great. Let's try and pick him off because he's got a lot of speed. Chris Miley flies out, so we're back to the bottom of the third now. Charles Nomo, 3 RBIs so far in the playoffs, batting at .333. He's been great. Can he get on base to start this inning? He walks. Nice. Okay, he's issued a couple walks, so I'm liking his patience a little bit more at the plate than it used to be when he was a lot younger. Vincentio strikes out. Stanley Oka flies out, and Peter Yamazaki pops up. It's okay. We don't necessarily need more offense at this stage. Like, we have as much runs as we did last game. In a sense, we just need to find a way to lock it down. But insurance is always important, too. Because one crack at a bat, and they could be back into this game. Evan Carter strikes out. Jack Driver lines out. And Nick York strikes out. Nicely done. Our pitching's been fantastic so far here in this playoffs. And that's great to see that it's continuing from the regular season into the postseason, too. Yokoyama flies out. Sato flies out. Tom Lee grounds out. And once again, Wilfredo Antunes is back up to bat again. I think a lot of these guys that were on their bench definitely only play against lefties, which Stan Nguyen is. So we won't see them again unless we play another left-handed pitcher like Hayashi. I believe is a left-handed pitcher as well. Antunes flies out. House doubles. So that's another double given up. So we've given up 2 doubles, but those are the only 2 hits we've given up so far. MJ Melendez, there's their first run scored of the game as Melendez gets a triple. Yikes, that's not good. We don't want them to claw back into this, guys. Michael Toglia grounds out. Nice. Okay, Zambrano. We got to make sure that Zambrano doesn't drive in another run here, and he lines out. Nice. Only giving up the 1 run. I'm okay with that. We just got to be careful here because if we blow this lead, I will not be happy. As Mackenzie Gore is still in, so at least their reliever's been able to help their team out quite a bit since that first inning. Like right now, the starter is still the pitcher of record, which is interesting. Theodore Lee walks. Nicely done, Theodore. David Sasaki, the best player probably so far for us in this postseason in terms of batting. He pops up. Charles Nomo, fielder's choice. That sucks. And Vincent Sio pops up. We head to the 6th inning. Stan still has half of his energy. We might go to at the end of the 6th. We might go to a reliever because obviously I don't want to tire out my starters too much. Miley pops up. Carter grounds out. Driver grounds out as well. And we head to the bottom of the 6th. Mackenzie Gore might be getting replaced here soon. Oka, yep, there you go. Jose Suarez in for the first time in the series. He's not been good so far at this point in time. He's only pitched 1.2 innings with a 5.4 ERA, so he has given up some runs. Let's see if we could add to that. Oka grounds out, Yamazaki flies out, and Yokoyama, geez, I can barely talk, also grounds out. Yeah, we'll keep standing for one more inning, I think. York flies out, Antunes grounds out, and Brady House strikes out. We're right into the bottom of the 7th just like that. Kevin Sato, pitching change. They go to Landon Sims, so that guy only lasted a tiny little bit. Landon Sims, one of their worst relievers in terms of the wild card series, I guess. Kevin Sato will single against him. He's got good stealing, so let's try that out, and he manages to do so. Can Tom Lee maybe bring him in or get him to third? Yes, he does bring him in. Let's go. 6-1 game. Big run there. Theodore Lee up to bat. He strikes out. David Sasaki strikes out as well. And Charles Nomo hits into a fielder's choice. We could go one more inning with Stan, but I don't really know if I should. I think I'm going to go to a reliever. These relievers deserve to play sometime in the playoffs. So Walter Cho is going to come in. He's one of our best relievers in this season. Let's see what he does here in the 8th. He throws a strikeout. Solo home run. There's their first home run of the series. Michael Toglia with just a home run out of nowhere. All of a sudden it's a 6-2 game. So yeah, that insurance run that we got in the 7th might be pretty big at this point. But off to a little bit of a rough start is Walter Cho, giving up a home run in his first 2 pitches. Zambrano flies out, and Miley singles. We'll try and pick him off. Evan Carter flies out. Okay. Not a bad inning, I would say, in terms of pitching, but obviously that one home run kind of sucks. But at least we're into the bottom of the 8th already. Vincent Seo up to bat. Pitching change. Gavin Hollowell comes in. Seo will fly out. Oka will ground out. And Yamazaki will also strike out. We will make a change and bring in our closer slash reliever, Tom Koo. Can Tom Koo close it down in the 9th? He walks the first guy. That's not great. Nick York strikes out, though. Wilfredo Antunes flies out. They're down to their last out. We just need to get Brady House out. Can we get him out? Yes, we can. Tom Koo closes it down. And the Tokyo Tropic Turtles have won their first 2 playoff games by only giving up 2 runs in those first 2 games. So very good pitching. Stan Nguyen, the player of the game, going 7 innings, only giving up 3 hits. So a fantastic game from him as well. Not as good as Parker's first game, obviously the playoffs, but still, we're getting good pitching results from every pitcher so far at this point, which is nice. So we win our first 2 games on home field. We just got to win one more game, and then we're off to the next round. Right now, the Angels in Toronto are tied at 1. Arizona's up 2-1 on Chicago, and Washington's up 2-1 on Milwaukee. If we find a way to win here in New York, we find ourselves in the ALCS, which is pretty damn awesome. So let's get to that next game already, because I don't want these episodes being necessarily too long. Can we complete the sweep on the Yankees and get ourselves to the next round? Vincent Tan will start this game. Technically, it would have been Jung, but I want to go to Vincent Tan. So we'll see what Vincent Tan's about. Obviously, we could go to Kazuhito Hayashi here, but if Kazuhito Hayashi is the one that starts the next round, because Iwamir's a bit still too tired, that would be amazing. Obviously, with the next series being a 7-game series, it's going to be a lot more of a long game in a sense where we're going to have to potentially run like one pitcher multiple times, which is kind of insane. So, or 2 pitchers even multiple times. Anyways, quick manage. Let's hop on into this. Also, I forgot to mention, you can see their record during the regular season was only 83-79 compared to our 99-63. So, hypothetically, this should be a decent series for our team. But obviously, the game could just throw random curveballs at you. So, Vincent Tan will start. And we'll go with this, obviously, as our lineup. Our lineup has been pretty good in terms of hitting so far. So, let's see if they can get that on the road as well, as we're up to bat to start this game. Yamazaki against Fernando Avalos. Grounds out. Yokoyama singles. Good start for the batting. I could try and steal second already, but I feel like it's a little bit of a risk doing it this early in the game. But you know what? We're going to try it. And we got caught. Okay, yeah, we got to be a bit more aggressive when the pitcher's low on energy. I don't know if that's an actual thing or not still, but Kevin Sato up to bat. He flies out. That's unfortunate. What will Vincent Tan do for us in terms of pitching? Ground out, strikeout, and single. Let's try and pick off Carter. Alvarez grounds out. Nice. Tom Lee up to bat. He flies out. Theodore Lee grounds out. And David Sasaki flies out. Okay, quick innings so far here early on. MJ Melendez, who had a triple in the last game we played, I think. He grounds out. Michael Toglia, who had the home run in the last game we played, flies out. And Brady House will also pop up. First two innings just done like that. Charles Nomo grounds out. Vincencio singles. We might try. I don't know if I should try and steal this early. Let's try and steal again. And we get caught again. Okay, we got to be really patient with that, because that could come back to bite us, those flopped opportunities. Oka doubles. Yeah, see, we already had a guy maybe in scoring position or already scored if we would have kept him on base. Yamazaki looking to bring in Oka, and he pops up. Strikeout there, and single. Let's try and pick this guy off because he's got great stealing. Perdomo singles. They got two guys on base. Vincentana in a little bit of trouble. Can he keep Evan Carter from bringing in a run? Yes, he can. Nicely done. Good little recovery there from Vincentana. Yokoyama grounds out. Kevin Sato walks. I could try and steal again, but it's not worked so far against Avalos, so let's just be a little bit more patient. Tom Lee, double play. Maybe I should have went for the steal, because then that double play would have been out of question. Damn it. Alvarez singles. Try and pick him off. You know he's got terrible stealing. MJ Melendez double play. Nicely done, Vincent. And Toglia grounds out. We're headed into the fifth inning already so far, and nobody has broken the goose egg. Both teams have the exact same hits almost. 3 hits to 4. Can Theodore Lee get on the board? He pops up. Sasaki walks. Okay. Charles Nomo, the power hitting guy. It's been a little bit struggling as of late, at least in the last game. Can he get his power game going again? Yes, he can. He drives in the first run of the game. It's 1-0 Tropic Turtles. Let's go. As he gets a double. Nicely done, Charles. Vincencio up to bat as well. He pops up, and Stanley Oka flies out. But we do get the lead in the game. We are headed now to the bottom of the fifth. Tan still has a ton of energy. Like, this guy definitely goes long into games. Like, I could see why he had complete games during the regular season, because he just doesn't seem to lose energy that quick at all. Like, can I take a look at his energy? Yeah, his stamina is literally a 94, so he could literally go all 9 innings in this game potentially based on this. But obviously it depends on how he plays the rest of the game. House up the bat, lines out. Castro walks. Let's try and pick him off because he's got good stealing. Clemente, fielder's choice. This guy's also good at stealing, so let's try and get rid of Zambrano here. Fly out, nicely done. Their pitcher's getting a little bit tired here already. He's like 50% in terms of energy, I think. Yamazaki strikes out. Yokoyama flies out, and Sato strikes out. The top of the order minus Sato has been kind of struggling a little bit as of late. So we might have to readjust our lineup before the next series. We'll see what I end up doing. I might keep it the same because it did good for us during the regular season. Perdomo up the bat for them. He walks. That's not ideal. Evan Carter brings in a run to tie the game up. Yeah, we might have to take out Vincentana at some point, even with his energy. Well, it depends on how he responds to this, I guess. Alvarez, sack bunt. He's in the third. We got to be very careful here. I could intentionally walk the next guy, so that sets up the double play ball. At this stage, I don't think it's a bad idea, because Melendez is a great contact hitter, so let's just intentionally walk him and set up that double play ball. It's a little bit of a risk at this stage, but I want to make sure we can be careful here. We just need Toglia to hit into a double play. So, is he a good contact guy? No. Right, actually, yeah, against the righties he is, and Vincentana is a righty, right? Yeah, he is. Pitching to contact is a huge risk here. Let's just go pitch. He might just go for the sack bunt to take them the lead, or sack fly. But if he hits into a double play, that'd be nice. Toglia, sack fly. I knew he was going to do something like that. That's unfortunate, but at least we tried to set up that double play situation. But they have taken the lead for the first time in the series, which is not great. Brady House, caught stealing, nicely done. So we're up to bat. Tom Lee grounds out. Theodore grounds out. And Sasaki grounds out. We're still trailing going into the bottom of the 7th. We're going to need some late game heroics in this one. Vincentana's still been good in this game, to be honest, but it does suck that we're losing. Normally we do not lose, right? So pop up. Castro singles. Let's try and pick him off. Clemente brings in another run. It's a 3-1 game as Clemente is now in scoring position. Okay, we got to take out Tan here, unfortunately. And Leonard Soto will come in, I think. Yeah, we'll go with Leonard Soto here. Soto strikes out that guy. That's a huge strikeout because that keeps that guy from being able to just get in. Let's get out of Perdomo as well. Nicely done. Nicely done. We're only down by 2. We're still in this game, but we only got 2 innings potentially left. We might, I might take out Yamazaki for Takahashi as a pinch hitter when it comes to that point. Charles Nomo. And pitching changed to Darren Fernandez, so they also changed their pitcher over to a guy we've never seen before, I think, in the series. Nomo strikes out. Seo flies out. Oka flies out. That's unfortunate as we head to the bottom of the 8th. Soto against Carter. Single. Yeah. Alvarez strikes out. MJ Melendez flies out. And Toglia up the bat. He walks. They have 2 guys on base again. Come on, you got to get it, Leonard. I know you can do it. I know you can do it. Brady House flies out. Nicely done. Okay, we head to the 9th inning. We need some offense. Yamazaki is going to be pinch hit for. And in is Takahashi. We'll see if Takahashi can get our offense going. Takahashi as the pinch hitter. Can he get on base? They make a pitching change to their closer, I think it is. William Vega. Yep, closer. They're looking to close out this game, but we also bring in a pinch hitter to try and spark the offense. Can Takahashi get on board? Singles. Huge single there from Takahashi. Is this a late game run from this team? Yokoyama, if he could get on base here or drive him over to third, that'd be amazing. Yokoyama flies out. That's unfortunate. Sato's been good so far. If Sato could get here on base, that would be nice. Sato strikes out. We're down to our last out. And the one guy we have to rely on here is Tom Lee. Tom Lee looking to bring in Takahashi or get him close to it and actually get on base as well, or else we're going to end up losing our first game of the playoffs. Come on, Tom, you got this. Tom Lee, singles. We got 2 guys on base. The tying run is on board. If Theodore Lee could hit in both these guys, that would be absolutely clutch. He's our first baseman, right? So I don't think there's nobody I would put in for him. Theodore Lee looking to get us on the board here and stay alive. Can he get on board? He cannot. He grounds out, unfortunately, and we're unfortunately going to lose our first career playoff game to the Yankees by a score of 3-1. Yeah, our offense didn't show up as much in that one, as Avalos, their starter, gets the player of the game. Damn, man, that sucks. Vincent Tan didn't have a terrible game. It wasn't a bad one, but it wasn't a great one either, of course. So, hopefully, the next game we can do better. I might honestly put Hayashi in the next game, because I know Hayashi could deal at least. I'm skeptical of putting Jung in, because Jung, obviously, he's been a little bit inconsistent of a player. But Hayashi to start the next round would be amazing too, though. But we could also probably start Parker next game, because his energy is probably going to be back. So you know what? We're going to Kaz for this next game. We're going to Kaz to try and close out the series, because obviously he was Rookie of the Year. He almost won a Cy Young. He should be able to help us close down the series with the Yankees, as Toronto is up 2-1 on the Angels. Arizona's already moved on to the next round. All right, this is a big game. We're in New York. Kazuhito Hayashi getting his first career playoff start, looking to eliminate the Yankees, because if we lose this game, we're going to have to rely on probably Iwamura again for the second time, or I might have to put Jung in a Game 5, which is kind of a risk. So I want a huge game from Hayashi here, and I want our offense to get going a little bit better. Maybe I should actually readjust our lineup here first before we started. Should I adjust this lineup? Let's see. Top of the order is kind of struggled a bit with Yokoyama and Yamazaki. Let's flip the 2 of them. Maybe that could help some confidence a bit. Theodore Lee's been pretty bad, so let's get Sasaki up a little bit more. Oka's been better than Seo, so let's get Seo into that last spot. Yeah, I think that's what we'll go with. And then against lefties, let's just readjust this as well, because I want to have this order do a little bit better than it's currently doing. There you go. We're going to keep the same guys in the lineup, but it just reorganize it a little bit. All right, here we go. Looking to get a win with Kazuhito Hayashi. Quick manage, and let's see what we could do in this game. Or are we going to a Game 5 back on home field? Maybe we're the jet lag team now, considering we're in New York. Come on, Kaz, you got this, buddy. Let's see if you can have a good game on the road. Maybe we're just not a good road team. Who knows? Yokoyama strikes out to start the game. Yamazaki pops up, and Sato walks. Okay, Sato, good to get a walk early on. Tom Lee grounds out, unfortunately, though. Hayashi, his first pitch of the playoffs is a single given up. Yikes, I don't know if I like that. Especially to Zambrano. Miley, double play. That's a big response from Hayashi after getting that first guy on base. I like it. Evan Carter, singles as well. Ooh, we're giving up a bit too much hits here early on. Driver, 2-run shot. It's 2-0 Yankees. Yikes. Kaz is having a little bit of a tough time adjusting to the playoffs. A little bit. But let's just take a breath here. There's still a lot of time left in this game to come back. Them scoring a lot of runs early on might be dreadful too, because like I said, sometimes when you score a lot of runs early, another team can just come back in the later stages of the game. So hoping that's what's going to happen with our team. But let's get rid of Nick York here. Oh my goodness, a single. Maybe it was not a good idea to go to Kaz yet. Maybe needed more of a break. Another single given up. Holy crap, man. Kaz is having a really tough time here. What's his clutch rating? What's his clutch rating? Actually, there's no clutch rate. I don't even know. No, it's batting. Pitching clutch is a 60. I think that's pitching clutch. Oh boy. This is not good. This is not good so far. Oh man. I thought the game... Oh, what the heck just happened? Oh, okay. I think I just simulated an inning. Yeah, I did simulate a half inning. Okay, I accidentally did that. It's because I thought the game froze. Because I actually tried to record this episode yesterday. So you guys would know what day that is. But anyways, I tried to record this episode before and the game froze. And then I had to restart the recording, which is annoying considering at that point we had a 1-0 series lead. So at least it didn't have to record too much more, but it was still kind of annoying. Anyways, let's keep it going. Sasaki strikes out. Theodore Lee strikes out. Charles Nomo grounds out. It's back to MJ Melendez. But yeah, Kaz is really struggling early on. So he might not go too long into this game, which is not great. Let's see. Melendez reaches on an error. Oh my god, come on guys. We got to be better than this. I know we're only down by 2, but we got to be careful here. It's a little bit too early to be making huge mistakes. Toglia, double play. Nice. Okay, so another double play. I'd like to see that. Zambrano walks. We're giving up way too many walks too here early on. Miley strikes out. Okay. Come on, offense. Oka strikes out. Seo grounds out. Yokoyama flies out. We've literally already given up 5 hits, and we don't have anything so far. Another single given up. Come on, Kazuhito. You could do better than that. You were the Rookie of the Year. I believe in you, man. I believe in you. That's why I'm keeping you in the game still. York pops up. Okay, that's good. And Alfredo, whatever his name is. Not Alfredo. Wolfredo. Yamazaki up to bat. He strikes out. Sato grounds out. Tom Lee flies out. We're having a tough time for offense here early on. At least the next game's back on our home field, but if we blow a 2-0 series lead, it's going to be kind of dreadful. Let's try and get Brady House out. Ground out. MJ Melendez flies out, and Toglia singles. We're still giving up quite a bit of hits in this game, but it's still a 2-0 game only, so we're still in it. Just got to keep it close. Ground out, nice. Sasaki strikes out. Theodore Lee reaches on an error. Okay, we got a guy on base. It wasn't via hit, but at least we got on base. Charles Nomo will strike out, unfortunately, though. Stanley Oka also strikes out. Our offense just not doing anything here so far. Miley pops up. Carter flies out. Driver grounds out. Good little inning there from Kazuhito. Still a 2-0 game despite them having 7 hits to our nothing. Seo pops up. Yokoyama grounds out. Yamazaki strikes out. All of a sudden, our offense is completely dried up these last 2 games. Like, the first 2 games on home field were really solid. These last 2 games, not so much. We are probably going to make a pitching change. Yeah, because Kaz is getting a little bit tired. I don't want to have him in all game. I am going to go to the youngster in Wong, I think, at this stage. So Tommy Wong in for the first time. He strikes out the first guy, grounds out the second guy, and double for Brady House. Not great. MJ Melendez lines out, though. We're still in this game. We just got to get some guys on base. Kevin Sato singles. That's what I want to see. Can he steal second? Yes, he can. Okay, good. Tom Lee So we're a 2-run shot. I knew we could come back. Tom Lee, a 2-run home run. That home run might go down in team history. That's like one of our first home runs, I think, of the playoffs, because we've been only getting like normal contact hitting RBIs, I think. But that ties the game up. That 2-run shot. Like I said, just got to get guys on base and anything could happen. We might be getting out hit 8-2 in this, but we do have a tie game. Sasaki up the bat now. He flies out. Theodore Lee grounds out. And Charles Nomo strikes out. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Tommy Wong is going to stay in this game for a little bit longer. Fly out there. Zambrano doubles. Yikes, that's not great. Chris Miley hit by pitch. Oh no, Tommy, you got to get out of this situation, man. I believe in you. I believe in you. Evan Carter lines out. Can we survive and keep this game tied? Driver walks. Bases are loaded. Oh my goodness, this is not good. It's not good. They're not going to try and steal here, so no sense doing a pickoff. It's Nick York up the bat. 78 overall. His contact hitting against righties is not very good. How unfortunately, Tommy Wong is a lefty. So Nick York's actually pretty good against lefties. I could try and change out Wong for another pitcher, but is there anybody I would put in right now? And put in a right-handed guy instead? I don't think I trust any of these right-handers, to be honest. I could get Tom Koo in already, but it's too early because he's our closer, kind of, so. We're going to keep a Tommy Wong, but he needs to get out of the situation. Can he keep this game tied? Yes, he can. Whew, huge strikeout there to keep the game tied going into the 8th. Stanley Oka up to bat. And they change over to Landon Sims. Okay, they're going to the reverse reliever. Maybe we could take advantage of that. Oka will walk. Huge. We're not going to try and steal just because it's a little bit too early with Landon Sims. Vincent Seo. Double play. Maybe I should have tried the steal. God damn it, man. Whenever I don't try and steal, it's like the worst time for it. Yokoyama flies out, and unfortunately, we don't get any hits there. We go to the bottom of the 8th, still tied at 2. Maybe we'll make a pitching change here now. Who do we want to go to? Who do I want to go to? I don't know if I trust a lot of these guys, to be honest. Yamashita wasn't good, right? No, he was really good, actually, during the regular season. Really good ERA. Yeah, actually, we'll go to Eric Yamashita for the next one. Yamashita is in. Let's see what he could do. Ground out, strikeout, and single. Don't like that single, but that's okay. And they do have a pinch runner, so they are going to try and steal with Mr. Clemente. Toglia, 2-run shot. Eric Yamashita has blown this game, potentially. That pinch runner is a lot faster, too. And then they get a 2-run shot from Toglia. Toglia has been good for them. That's not good. I'm going to keep Yamashita in right now still, but man, that's a big one to give up. Zambrano reaches on an air. Stop giving up hits now, guys. Fly out, okay. Well, we are still down by 2. It's not a big hill to overcome, but we only have 2 hits this entire game. We've given up 11. We need to find guys on base here early on. And once again, Yamazaki has really struggled in this game. So once again, he's going to get taken out, and Takahashi will be the pinch hitter. So Takahashi back in. He did hit on his only at bat in the last game. Let's see if he can get on base again here. They make a change to their closer. Can Takahashi get on base again? No, he cannot. Kevin Sato grounds out, and it's down to Tom Lee. Can Tom Lee keep our game alive? He does get another home run. Tom Lee with his second home run of the game. It's all of a sudden a 1-run game, just like that. However, we are still down to our last out, so we still got to get on base here. And Sasaki's that guy right now. But Tom Lee's having a fantastic game despite us losing. And only having 3 hits, he's got 2 home runs and 2 of those hits. So the rest of the order has been pretty bad. David Sasaki looking to keep our game alive. He pops up, unfortunately, and we're going to lose 4-3 because of that shot from Michael Toglia. And unfortunately, we're going to a Game 5. And whoever wins Game 5 will go to the next round. Well, we knew it wasn't going to be easy against the Yankees, considering they knocked out Houston. Oh, boy. So there we go. Yamashita gets credited with the loss because he gave up that 2-run shot. But we go to a Game 5. And do we start Walter Jung? Oh, boy. I don't know what the energy levels are like on this team right now in terms of the pitchers. Like, let's see. Let's just go to this right away and see what the energy levels are like right now, because I'm curious on that. Let's see, what are the energy levels like? I don't know if I should go to Parker here. Parker was great in the first game. He actually is fully energized. You know what? Yeah, Walter's not going to start this game. Walter's not going to start. So we're just going to actually put it as back to Parker again. Parker was fantastic in the first game. I don't trust Walter enough in this next game. He could end up being a really good playoff player. Who knows? But I just don't trust him right now. So let's go to Parker to try and close out the series. And hopefully he could do so. We probably should reorganize our order because it has been struggling quite a bit. Yeah, let's reorganize this order based on batting average. That's what we're going to do. Just do it based on batting average, trying to get the lineup sparked because it has been struggling quite a bit here. Like, there's been some guys that have been really, really bad so far. Ooh, a lot of guys, actually, I should say, for that matter. So, 250, 214. Ooh, yeah, some guys are batting like 180 stuff. That, Jesus, this is not good. Our offense is definitely going back to its old ways a bit in this one. Yeah, there we go. So we're going to go to those guys. Sasato, since he's been our best. Lee, Oka, Sasaki, Nomo, Seo, Yamazaki, Lee, and Yokoyama as the 9 guy. Because Yokoyama has been the worst contact hitter on this team in the playoffs, which is pretty insane considering he had a 300 plus in the regular season. All right. Well, we're down to a game 5. Parker is the guy. We look to close out this series on home field. We won our 2 home games, but lost 2 in New York. And now we have to go to a game 5. Winner of this game will go to the next round against either the Blue Jays or who was the other team? I honestly don't remember who the other team was. Oh, he has the Angels, right? Yeah. Let's see if we can survive. Oh, boy. Parker gives up a walk to start the game. That's not ideal. Perdomo strikes out. Carter, double play. Nicely done. Kevin Sato up the bat. He pops up. Tom Lee grounds out. And Oka flies out. Those are our 3 best hitters in the playoffs so far, and they didn't get a hit. Not good. Alvarez grounds out. Melendez grounds out. Toglia strikes out. Okay, at least we're into this game because of the fact we have a good pitcher right now. Sasaki flies out. Nomo singles. Okay, Charles, I see you. Vincent Seo, double play. I wasn't going to try and steal because I don't think that's part of Nomo's game, but yikes. Brady House, singles. Willie Castro, double play. Nice, another nice double play. Clemente walks. Zambrano strikes out. Yamazaki up. Triple from Peter Yamazaki. That's huge. Considering he's been struggling a lot, he gets a huge triple in the bottom of the order. Maybe not as much pressure being near the top of the order or something like that. Theodore Lee could bring him in. We should just probably go for the sac fly at this point, so we'll just do that. He struck out. Ugh. Let's just go swing with Yoko. And he struck out as well. No way. We're going to strand a guy on third, potentially. Kevin Sato at least is a good contact hitter, so he should be able to get Yamazaki in here. Yamazaki is not going to come home, though. We got him to third, but we could not bring him in. That's very, very not good. Oh, boy. Single there from Perdomo. Evan Carter strikes out. Alvarez strikes out. And MJ Melendez grounds out. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a more defensive game, it seems like, again. Which is not great, considering we haven't been able to score much runs since game number 2. Tom Lee, who had 2 home runs in the last game, he's probably been our best player in the playoffs so far. Will single. Nicely done, Tom. Stanley Oka will bring in the first run of the game with a nice triple. That's a huge hit from Oka. Cade Horton has not been very good against us so far in this because he's in his second game of the playoffs as well, which is kind of surprising because he was their second pitcher in the rotation, so they didn't go back to their ace, which is interesting like we did. So maybe we should have went to somebody like Stan Nguyen instead, but obviously I want to give us a good chance to win this series. Sasaki, can he bring in Oka? No, he cannot. Charles Nomo should be able to. He does not. Vincent Seo grounds out. So we only get the 1 run again despite having another guy on third base. So we are kind of stranding our runners in scoring position, which is not good. We're still up 1-0 at least early on here. Toglia singles. Let's pick him off if possible. Brady House flies out. Willie Castro, runner thrown out, trying to go home. Jeez, I didn't expect him to try and run that far. Willie Castro got a double. And Steve Clemente scores in the tying run. Oh boy, that's not good. Clemente's got speed, so we got to be a bit careful about that. Zambrano walks. Parker in a little bit of trouble here. His energy is going down quite a bit. Let's still try and pick off second. Can we keep this game tied? Yes, we can. Okay. I'm surprised Horton still has so much energy since this is his second game. Yamazaki walks. Nice. Theodore Lee strikes out. Yokoyama flies out. Kevin Sato strikes out. I'm going to take out Parker. He's getting a little bit too tired. We're going to go to our relievers. We're going to go to Walter Cho for this next spot. Cho gives up a single to start. Not ideal. Alvarez lines out. MJ Melendez strikes out. And Toglia, who's been dangerous so far, strikes out. Huge. Tom Lee flies out. Oka strikes out. Sasaki grounds out. They're out hitting us in this one 6-4, but it's still 1-1. Jeez, this is quite the game. Again, ground out. Castro singles. Try and pick him off. Clemente flies out. And Zambrano flies out. Okay. Charles Nomo, who's got 4 RBIs, but no home runs so far in the playoffs, which is kind of surprising. He swings. He strikes out. Seo strikes out as well. And Yamazaki will get a single. Yamazaki's having a good game. But we are just not getting our guys in, which is not good. Like I said, those guys that were on third base, if we would have been able to bring them in, we would have a lead right now at the stage. So that's a little bit of a risk early on that we had. Theodore Lee grounds out. Damn it. Perdomo singles. Let's pick him off. Evan Carter singles. They got 2 men on base with no outs. This is not a good spot to be in right now. Alvarez scores 2 runs with a double. It's a 3-1 game. Late, too. God damn it. We might have blown it again late. And this might be the series in the bag, potentially, too, because our offense has just not found itself. Melendez walks as well. Oh, boy. Toglia brings in another run. I think our season's done on the hands of the Yankees, because the Yankees have been able to knock out the defending champions and somehow knock us out, too, it seems like. This is not great. Strikeout there. Nicely done. Fielder's choice. And ground out. Okay, we head to the bottom of the 8th. Only down by 3, so we're still in this game. But our team just is not finding that hitting. Yokoyama is literally batting a .62. Absolutely dreadful. He swings. No, he does not. He swings now. Strikes out. Sato doubles. Huge double there from Kevin Sato. That's massive if he could get in. Tom Lee's been fantastic as of late too, so can Tom Lee bring in Sato? No, he cannot. Oka singles. We got 2 men on base on the corners. David Sasaki looking to potentially get us tied back up. He's a good power hitter actually too, if I'm not mistaken. So if he could get a home run here, that could be huge. And I think his contact hitting or his power hitting was good against righties, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it was against lefties. I don't know. But if he could get a home run here, that'd be insane. But if he could just drive in a run even, that would be good to help us get back into this game. Sasaki up to bat. He swings. And he flies out. That's a really bad one. And we head into the 9th. We're going to keep Leonard Sato in, but we're down by 3. We need a historic comeback here if possible. Single given up. Don't give up hits here early on, guys. Zambrano is, or not Zambrano, whoever the heck that was is out. Carter strikes out, and Alvarez, fielder's choice. We head to the bottom of the 9th in Game 5. I think we're actually going to jump in and watch this, because it just makes sense for us to watch a bit of a game for a change. So we're going to jump in, even though we might be getting eliminated here. And we're going to watch AI versus AI to see if our team could somehow come back here in the bottom of the 9th, which I doubt is going to happen, but we're going to still jump in anyways. They're going to bring in their closer too, which is not ideal. Let me just make sure that went to CPU for CPU. Yes, it did. Okay. So the first time we're going to get to see the Tropic Turtles in action, which is exciting, but obviously it's in a stage where we could be having our season done. Let me get some good screenshots with my stream deck at the same time as this, because that's kind of why I wanted to jump in, is to see the Tropic Turtles jerseys in-game for the first time, because this is our first time ever watching the game. We're down by 3. Nomo will grab a single to start the bottom of the 9th. Okay, that's good. That's a good start from Charles Nomo in this game. Actually, not start in this game, but still that's a huge hit here early on to maybe start sparking a comeback. Obviously, still not a good chance that we could come back, but Vincent Seo up to bat. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Let's see if he can get on base as well. Takes a walk, or not a walk, a ball inside for ball 1. Can he get on base, Mr. Seo? He looks pretty cool. It's actually really cool seeing these jerseys in game now. Because like I said, I have not seen them in like an actual game before. He's got to strike there. Four-seamer a little high up. Little high up on that front. Come on, guys. Just got to get another guy on base, and then maybe we could get this game tied up. And that's going to be caught. Yep. Seo flies out to left, or to right, I guess that is. Unfortunately, that's our first out of the inning. Down to 2 more outs. Not looking too good here. Peter Yamazaki's coming up to bat there. He is maybe one of the better players on this team usually. He has a little bit of a weird batting stance, it seems like. Yamazaki will take a strike right down the middle. Yikes. Yikes. Yeah, I think we're going to get literally like reverse swept, so to speak, in this, which sucks. Because we started it off so well, but then our offense just could not find itself. But maybe the Yankees are the favorite this year. Ball down low. Okay, slider. What is Vega got next? Let's try and get him to blow a save. He's one of the better closers in the league too, I think. Ball upstairs. 2-1. Just keep being patient, Yamazaki. Get on base by any means. Just take a walk or whatever. And that's another one. Okay, 3-1 count. That's good. Theodore Lee's the next guy up to bat potentially. Can Yamazaki be patient enough to draw a walk? He's been 2 for 2 tonight. And he gets a nice hit there, but it is just gone to the, whatever the heck you want to call it, out of... Why am I drawing a blank? I don't even know. I must be overtired or some shit. Oh, he does get a walk there. Almost got hit by the pitch. We got 2 men on base with only the 1 out so far. This there is a double play ball potentially in play too, which is not great. Theodore Lee is 0 for 3 as well tonight. He has not been good in the series. Looking to keep our season still alive here. Can he get on base as well? Walk there. Or not walk there, ball there. That's what I meant to say. I am so overtired, I guess. God damn. Ugh. But it's good that we got 2 guys on base already. We're trying to at least make a push here to come back. Theodore Lee nearly got that one down the side, but did not. As that's a foul ball. That's the word I was looking for. Oh my goodness. Okay, another ball. 2-1 count. Just got to be patient there, Theodore. I believe in you. The good thing is our team should be even better next season because we got guys coming up like Vincent Chang, for instance, and all that. But at the same time, it's a little bit scary what could end up happening in the offseason. Nice hit there from Theodore Lee. And we're going to hold the runners at third as well. We have bases loaded with only the 1 out. Oh boy. This is insane. Okay. Obviously, still the double play ball is in spot. Wow, that's a lot of mud on his helmet. Jeez. But this is a huge spot for William Yokoyama, our best contact hitter. He's just got to be patient here. And he's just going to go for a sack, maybe? No, that's a bad hit. That's a terrible hit. That's not even far enough to get a sack. Actually, maybe it is. Yeah, it is. Okay. Noah's in the score, makes it a 4-2 game. Ugh. That's a bad hit still, I would say, from Yokoyama. I think he should have been a little bit more patient, and then maybe he could have got like a grand slam or something. But Kevin Sato, who's been one of our better players in this playoff run right now, looking to also keep the season alive because we're down to our last out. He's got to put this ball in play if he wants us to potentially come back still. And he'll strike on that first one. Jeez. That would have been a nice one to get a home run off of. Come on, Kevin. I believe in you, man. Just got to get a hit here. Just got to get a hit here. Oh, yikes. Okay, he didn't go around. That's good. 1-1. Come on, Sato. Do it for Tokyo. It's been 12 years for this team to make a playoffs, and he puts up the middle. It's a good hit, and we're probably going to drive in another run. Yes, we do. Just barely Yamazaki got there. Yikes, that was a risk. Holy crap. We might have had to, like... I don't know if that was a good idea to necessarily bring him in on that. I guess we had to do it. And this is a 1-run game off that hit from Sato. And they're going to bring in a different pitcher, so their closer has been taken out. And in comes Carlos Francisco, who's been good against us so far. which is not great. We still just need one more guy scored in, and then we'll be going to extras. If we go to extras, this is going to be potentially a long game. But Tom Lee up to bat. He's got his long hair. Can he keep our season alive? Gets a ball there. Our fans cheering on our team because our team's trying to give us a chance to win the series still. Against all odds, we're down only by 1 now. If we could just find a way to get back into this. Like I said, when you score runs early, sometimes it's not good. So hopefully they blow it here. Ew, a little bit of a bad one to strike at there, but it was a slider that kind of went across the zone, so kind of a tough one to swing at probably. Come on, Tom. Strike in a really good spot to maybe get a hit there. And we're down to our last strike. Come on, Tom. Just be patient here. And do not, just don't go down looking. Don't go down looking. And he's going to go down with a really bad pitch. I don't know why he swung at that. And unfortunately, the Tropic Turtles are going to be packing their bags in round number 1. After we had a 2-0 series lead, the Yankees come back and win in 5 games. As they've taken out the 2 best teams, I would say, probably in the league. Us for sure. We were the top team in the league during the regular season. But unfortunately, it was not enough to beat the New York Yankees. Damn, man. That really sucks. Cade Horton ended up being the player of the game. Walter Cho gets credited with the loss. That 8th inning, man. If only we would have maybe kept on to Iwamura in. Maybe I should not have gone to Walter Cho as early as I did. But I didn't want Iwamura getting too tired. That's really unfortunate. Almost a good little comeback, though, from the Tropic Turtles in that 9th inning, but it wasn't enough. Who do I want to use as a thumbnail player? Probably Yamazaki, I guess. Because he was one of our first selections ever. I just want to get a nice little screenshot of him up the bat. Because this is like maybe one of the only times we're going to get to see these guys actually in action. I mean, we should be back to the playoffs again next year, but who knows really with the standings and all that. How do I get this to be in a good spot here? Where I could actually see all his legs and all that stuff. This is like one of the first times I've actually used this replay center. Let's go with that. Maybe that actually could be okay. I could probably crop him out with a little bit more. Yeah, let's go with that. And then let's go no face. And let me get a screenshot of this. Perfect. Just because if I want to use something as thumbnail material, it might be something like that. Cool. Okay. Well, at least we almost had a good little comeback at the end, but our offense completely dried up in those last few games, and that's definitely the downfall of our team. If Yokoyama was better in the playoffs, maybe we'd have had a chance as well, because he was definitely one of our worst players on the roster. So, wow. Yeah, see, the first 2 games we scored 11 runs. Then the next few games afterwards, we only scored a total of 7. Not good. Not good. So the LA Angels actually move on to the next round. So it'll be the Angels and Yankees in the ALCS. Arizona and Washington in the NLCS. I'll find out who ends up winning that stuff in next episode, but final things to wrap up this episode. Let me show you guys the player stats from the playoffs. So Parker was really good. He was fantastic. Stan Nguyen was good. Vincent Tan was kind of not great. He wasn't terrible, though. Kazuhito Hayashi was probably the worst early on, but it then started to find his game a little bit, it seemed like. And then Walter Jung didn't get to play a single game. Walter Cho was absolutely dreadful. Leonard Santa was good. Eric Yamamoto didn't get to play a single game. Yamashita was terrible. He blew us a game. So maybe we shouldn't have put him in. David Na didn't get to play. Tommy Wong was good. Philip Shung didn't get to play. Tom Koo only got to play the 1 inning. And that was to close out a game. So, And in terms of our batting, this is where it kind of struggled quite a bit. Yokoyama on a .59. Yamazaki had the 250. Sato was fantastic in the playoffs. Tom Lee was good. Sasaki wasn't. Yikes. Yeah, some of these guys really struggle. Other guys like Oka were really solid, so that is not ideal on that front. Okay, so there is that. Final things I want to show you guys actually as well is the contract situation. I am going to be pre-recording the next episode, so I have to deal with like some contract stuff on my own, which kind of sucks, but there is going to be some losses potentially this off season, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check on that. There's going to be a potential chance that we have lost some people this off season, I think. The good thing is we have RNW still for a lot of these guys in arbitration, but Walter Cho is actually a pending free agent this year. I didn't even realize that. He's one of our best relievers too, so he is 32 years old, so he is dropping off, but yeah, he's going to need to get a contract. Brian Chu was sent back down to the AAA. I don't know what's going to happen with Brian Chu. He might not come back. Depends on the money and all that situation. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of our Tokyo Tropic Turtles Draft Glory franchise mode. So next episode, we will take it to the entire offseason. Obviously, I'll try and keep this team as good together as possible. I think next year we should easily make it back to the postseason again. But obviously, I'm hoping that we get a better offensive performance because our offense technically did what I was expecting, where it wasn't going to do that well. During the regular season, it was definitely better than prior years, but we kind of went back to the way we did back in our early stages of this team. Send anything down below, and I'll see you guys next time.